Guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. All right, so a couple comments on a few recent videos. I'm going to try to combine them all to help the collective. The topic today is realizing and understanding that whatever it is that you desire, and of course, we're going to talk about love and your mirror soul, your specific person, because that's my favorite topic. I'm super impassioned to bring people who love each other back together. Teach you who's watching my video that this is an experience that you are literally on an energetic level. You're having this experience with yourself because you and your mirror soul, your specific person, are already one. You were already one before the two of you guys met in the physical experience of our life. There was a video that I made back 3 years ago, and I'm going to actually insert part of that video in this video to help explain how I think about anything that we're manifesting. I don't see it exactly in the same way that other content creators explain it, and that's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying that the way I teach is better than anyone else. I'm simply saying that I learned how to manifest in a very organic and natural way. It's just something that was within me, and it's because, of course, I was created to do this, to help pull the collective out of their fears and wounds, to help bring you guys to see who you truly are. Okay. So, all in love, all in light. So, I'm going to cover that you're not infringing on your specific person, your mirror soul's free will, and to stop worrying so much about, like, don't hide from checking your phone because you're super nervous or scared or triggered that if they haven't reached out, it's going to affect your manifestation. You're leaking your power. You're really not understanding the power of how you were created. Okay. So you're really just not realizing the truth. You are already the light. Before I get further into this, if you love me, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps my channel grow, and I do appreciate you for that. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything at all related to your SP or anything else, money, finances, security, anything, I can help you. Email a short description to kim@coreunion.com. Go to the website, coreunion.com, book whatever you want to book. My scheduling assistant, Olga, will get back to you with my next available session. So, from my perspective, understanding quantum physics, understanding that everything already exists in the now moment. We are programmed to think of time as being something that passes pretty slowly, right? But all of time actually is existing right now, which is one of the reasons why you can revise situations. It's one of the reasons why you don't have to worry about what happened 5 minutes ago, a few hours ago, a couple months ago, a year ago, 5, 10 years ago, because that doesn't exist. All that exists is in the now moment, but infinite realities also exist. Before you met your person, before you were even born, you and your person were already together. You already had the experience that you right now believe that it isn't a thing, that it's fake, that it's just your imagination, that it's just wishful thinking. You already experienced life together, bliss together, harmony together. Not saying that there aren't challenges, not saying that you guys aren't going to get into arguments, but you figured out how to work together. As an example, that already existed before you were even born. So, in other words, you're thinking you want to be with them more than they want to be with you, but you are also your specific person's person. They're your mirror soul. You are also their mirror soul. They, for all intents and purposes, they want you as much as you want them. But they said this, but they said that, but they said this and that. This was all the circumstance, and the circumstance doesn't matter. Age difference doesn't matter. Religious differences doesn't matter. You guys will figure out a way to align spiritually and connect spiritually. Socioeconomic differences, who cares? Doesn't matter. You're good enough, they're good enough. And the two of you guys know that you guys accept yourselves and you accept each other. You allow yourself to just be happy. What else? Third parties. Okay, third parties can be everything from another person, somebody's work or job. It can also be, a third party can also be the person's fears, your perception that your person's limiting beliefs, your person's quote unquote demons, their baggage. That's also a third party because you're seeing that they can't let go of their past. That's because you're not able to let go of your past. I'm going to insert the other video right here, and then I'll come back on. When you have such a strong desire and pulling inside of you, and that idea that your desire also is desiring you, which is why you feel such a strong pulling towards it, regardless of the state that it is in currently, because your job is to literally drop all notions and all thoughts and all worries and doubts of whatever the current reality is if you are in any kind of separation. It doesn't matter, okay? And the reason why you have such a strong pulling is because not only does that end already exist, it's already a thing. You guys are already together. You have literally already met them, fell in love with each other, been together, been through the separation, and you've already mended all of the past wounds together, and the two of you have already grown back together, got back in union, and are happy and lived your life through already. That already happened. And so when you were attracted to the person and they were attracted to you, and you knew deep down in your soul that this was the one, and the fact that you continue to know that this is the one is because not only is it, yes, they are the one, and yes, God wants you together, and yes, God brought you together. The reason why it feels so like I can't let this person go is because you're not supposed to, because you guys have already been through this. What you're going through now, you've already been through it. I'm not talking about this from you guys were together in a past life. I'm sure you were. I'm talking you guys were together in this life already, because all of time is just an illusion. You guys have already been through this separation. That's why you have such a strong feeling of not to give up. That's why you insist on figuring this out. That's why you're not giving up. And you shouldn't give up. If you could just land in that trust and let that pull you through, like you've already been here. You've already done this. You've already healed it. You already went through the bridge of events. You already went through your middle. You already got back together. That has already happened. And that is why it feels so strong, because you know how amazing and incredible the relationship is with each other, because you've lived it already. Again, not in a past life, in this life, because time is just an illusion. So this, as much as it feels like it's the now, it's your past. Okay. And I know that this is like, just wrap your head around it and let it land and anchor in that trust and in that faith and surrender to it. And just let your barriers down, because all is good. All is healed. You guys have figured it out. You guys have come back together. It's already happened. You have to go into the trust and the knowing that whatever you desire desires you equally as much. So you don't have to worry about infringing on anyone's free will. Okay? If I trust deeply into a loving, harmonious, passionate, happy, lifelong marriage, relationship, life together, where me and my mirror soul are best friends. We love spending time with each other. We also love giving each other space. We trust each other fully. We accept ourselves and each other fully. I am not infringing on my mirror soul's free will, because I'm only accepting who I truly am and who they truly are already. The only reason you may be experiencing the opposite is because maybe past relationships with people you were with, made you feel like it is not safe to actually love for whatever reason. There was a loss. There was, this experience where you're like, oof, I can't trust myself. I can't trust people. Men or women suck. Relationships are super scary. Or it might even be, I was happy. I thought that everything was okay. I really trusted it. And boom, the rug got pulled out from under me. So, no way I'm not going to let that happen again. Right? We don't realize it, but sometimes we have these little the subconscious programming still within us. For my client who asked about, well, what if I've gone through and I've gone through and I've revised things from childhood, can I also revise things with my SP? Of course. You can go back to times that were specific times where, maybe you were something was said or something was done that put you in fear. Go back to that time energetically. Pull yourself out of that time through revising that. You can also imagine, oh, I got the little warning, I'm going to have to go. You can also imagine that okay, for example, if you're fearful that you're not in good hands with your person because when you were growing up or other relationships, it wasn't safe, like you weren't being taken care of, you can energetically, if you're in a trigger and say you've already gone to the root causes, so now you're in a trigger because you're still somehow holding on to fear that you weren't in good hands with your specific person, you can go energetically and just like, so obviously if you're triggered, it's always good if you're triggered to get the energy out of your system. So deep breathing, jump up and down, you can go for a quick walk or whatever, okay? Because that helps with your cortisol levels. But then you want to go get quiet after you've done that. Get quiet, love yourself, cry if you want. You can imagine your person. I don't want you to do this all the time, but you can imagine in those moments, imagine you say to your person, you can cry. You can say, how could you say this to me? Why would you say that to me? You can hear yourself say, even though technically it was your manifestation, but you can hear yourself say, you are making me feel like I'm not in good hands. I feel unsafe. And then you can imagine your person literally being there, grabbing you, holding you, and consoling you and saying, baby, I'm sorry. You can imagine your person sitting there and holding you and being super strong, super confident. Put your person in a place where they pull you out of it, that they're like, baby, I love you. I do love you. I already do love you. We're going to be okay. I love you so much. Something along those lines. The reality where you and your specific person, your mirror soul, or anything else for that matter, already exists, or you wouldn't be able to desire it. So I guess affirm down below that you received this message with anything that you want to say. Okay, but please, please, please let me know in the comments that you have received this message. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.